the vision and direction, and oversees and supervises the remainder of the groups. We also have the trustees who directly support the vision and direction set by the audit and have provided the financial support. The next couple of groups the next group is the directors. And the responsibility for the day-to-day operations of the mosque and Ul-Ilm organization has been assigned to the directors. And that means two things. One is planning for and executing the programs that we all participate in, whether it's the Eid program, the regular Ramzan program, or the youth programs, all the programs that happen here. The second is the ongoing maintenance of the facilities, which includes both this building and the south building. What we've done is we've basically taken these day-to-day operational responsibilities and divided them into 7 departments. Each department is led by a director. The director has assistant, if we can go back please. The director has assistant directors and team members that help run the department and fulfill its responsibilities. If you look at those two groups, directors and assistant directors, team members, basically the department, we add up to about 20 people. If you look at all the programs that happen here throughout the year, and you look at the facilities, in this hall we can support over 700 people. Downstairs we can support over 400, and then we also have the south building. To maintain all those programs, all those facilities, there's no way 20 people can do that. What we have is we have a commitment from a group of volunteers that number somewhere between 20 to 30 or more. These group of volunteers, day after day, show up when they're assigned to help these departments execute on these programs. It could be this Eid program. Alhamdulillah, yesterday a lot of the volunteers were here until 11 o'clock setting up both upstairs, downstairs, and the south wall. When you show up for iftar, everything's ready, volunteers set up the night before. And if you look at any of the youth programs, all the volunteers are doing the work before the program starts. These volunteers really make up the manpower. And depending on the amount of manpower we have, it directly translates into the amount of programs and events we can have throughout the year. And what we're requesting is for everybody here, as I said, it's a great opportunity for all of us, brothers and sisters, to serve the mosque and the community. And on behalf of the mosque and community, there's a need for more volunteers. It's a great opportunity for all of us to sign up and volunteer. We're going to go through a couple more slides very quickly, so if you could go to the next slide. So to move through this quickly, like I said, we have 7 departments. This is how they're broken up: audiovisual, building management, housekeeping, finance, youth, official programs, and private programs. Most of these are self-explanatory. Official programs basically is the management of all the programs that you participate in. And the volunteers help with all of these. Our volunteers have taken some responsibility and have made a commitment of time. And if we could go to the next slide, when we're asking people to volunteer, we're asking them to take the same responsibility and make the same commitment for time. In terms of responsibility, what we're talking about is 2 things. When we have these programs, help us plan for them, help us set up for them, help us execute them. Today when you came in, you noticed there were volunteers here to make sure we all sat and the lines were straight, we filled up the hall so we could get the maximum number of people. All of that was planning before. And that's the kind of stuff we're talking about when we talk about planning for events. In terms of the departments, these departments maintain the facilities on an ongoing basis. They have projects, they have tasks that they prioritize, and what we're asking for is the volunteers to participate in those departments. So if you volunteer, those are your responsibilities. What are the expectations, especially in terms of time? If you, in terms of the participating in the programs and the events, what we do is we assign a period of responsibility to all the volunteers. For example, with a group of volunteers, we assign each of them 3 days in Ramzan. They volunteer for those 3 days. Officially, alhamdulillah, a lot of them came to help in other days, but officially there were 3 days. And what we do is we rotate. The second thing is when you're part of a department, we're looking for an 8 to 12 hour commitment or more. You participate in the ongoing meetings, you look at the tasks, the projects that they have ongoing, you work with the team, you set up the schedule, and you execute those things. When you add up those days, it amounts to about 20 to 25 days that we're looking for people to participate during the year for when we deal with programs. Another 20 days if you're part of the department, right? And these are not full days. Most of our programs are 2 to 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So that's the expectation of time. You know, a couple of months ago, one of the brothers said something very inspirational to me. He said that for the time he takes away, whether it's from his family and his work, to come and help out over here, inshallah, God will take care of those responsibilities, right? I would encourage all of you to volunteer. We've got a booth outside. You can talk to any of the directors. You can also email us at volunteering@baitulworld.org.
اللهم صل على محمد وآله.
Sorry, there's any age limit on the volunteering?
So, thank you for that question. We were here in the other presentation 2 days ago. As Dr. Khabri said, Dr. Khabri is the chairman of the directors, and Sister Fatma Walji is the chairwoman of the directors. As he said, there's no age limit. We're looking for everybody from